So, a very good morning to Madam Magdalyne and Egan. We are Group 1 from DPM4S2 under the supervision of Madam Noor Hafizah Binti Azali. I am Siti Maisarah Binti Mohamad Radzuan.
Hi, I'm Angelina, Anak Nibis.
Hi, my name is Hannis Syahira Abdul Kadir.
So today we'll be presenting our business project proposal entitled The Digitalization of the Student Data using Google Spreadsheet for students' self-analysis. And for this project, we will be focusing on the data collection for digital portfolio or more known as ePortfolio. Without further ado, Hannis Aimman will be starting us off with the executive summary.
Thank you, Siti Maisarah. So, hello, Madam Magdalyne. Hopefully, you are in a good health today and looking forward to listening to my presentation as the first presenter for my group. Just so you know, my part in this presentation will be the executive summary and introduction to our proposal project idea. As you know, executive summary is a part of a conclusion for an overall of our project data. So, for our project, we will act as the edupreneur. I can explain to you that edupreneur is an education entrepreneur who develops tools for teachers, lecturers, and students. This will be elaborated more in the introduction later on. Based on Education 4.0, innovator will have the opportunity to create a platform that will be named Fsite. This platform will be used by students to update their assessment and information, and is also used by the academic supervisor and students to refer back to the data stored in this platform. The purpose of this platform is to help the academic supervisor and students to evaluate progress and understand the academic journey of the students. The use of this platform is to develop data collection in Google Spreadsheet for the students of Polytechnic Kuching, Sarawak, and to develop an arrangement to store the portfolio of students that is related to data such as assignment, quiz, tests, and information of students. Student data is data that supports the learning of students. Regarding the student data, it can also be an issue that students will face. For example, students will lose the hard copy such as quiz papers, test papers, and final exam papers, which disable the ability to refer and improve on their academic journey. This document will also used by the PA to keep themselves updated on the student. The motive of this platform is to help students and lecturers to understand the student through the simple and easy access of this application. In addition, this application has its strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. So, moving on to our introduction. When we brainstorm about our project idea with our supervisor, we instantly come to an agreement to act as edupreneur. So, edupreneur is short for education entrepreneur. Edupreneur create organizations that seek to enhance and evolve the capability of the existing educational system, said Shulma in 2017. We decided to focus on Education 4.0, which is aligned with Fourth Emerging Industrial Revolution, the IR 4.0. Education 4.0 focus on intelligent technology, artificial intelligence, all of which impact our daily life, said James F. in 2019. This gave us, the innovator, the opportunity to develop a platform that will be named Fsite. It is a platform that helps students store their important data, such as their detailed information and assessment data, in the ePortfolio. This platform will be crucial for students who seek to store their data in a safe environment, where the data will only be accessed by certain individuals like the student themselves and their academic supervisor. So next, for the problem statement, I will hand the spotlight over to Siti Maisarah to present the next part.
So thank you, Hannis, for the thorough presentation on our project's executive summary and introduction. I will continue by presenting the problem statements, objectives, and justifications. What is problem statement? Problem statements help innovators and developers to identify problems and difficulties the project needs to fix and solve. The two main problems that we have identified are: first, students struggle to monitor their continuous assessment to determine their strength and weakness in order to improve their performance academically. So according to Digital Promise, it is important to always keep track of progress. This is because when students monitor their progress, it means that they have set a goal and know how to measure where they are in process of achieving it. So the second problem is academic supervisors, or also known as our PA, encounter difficulties monitoring and evaluating the students individually to ensure they provide accurate academic advice. So according to Villanova in 2019, monitoring student progress is a practice that helps lecturers use student performance data to further evaluate the effectiveness of their teaching and make informed teaching decisions. In conclusion, in this modern age, students prefer quick, easy, and safe ways to store their documents, and unlike the traditional file-keeping ways, they will only have to simply upload the PDF versions of their documents through Google Form to be stored in this platform. And it is safe in the aspect that the information uploaded will be only accessed by the students themselves or their PA. Moving on to the objectives. So these objectives are our main focus for the project, and it will indirectly help us to focus more on achieving these goals. The first objective is to develop a data collection platform using Google Spreadsheet. So Google Spreadsheet is a free spreadsheet program provided by Google, and it is very much similar to the Microsoft Excel. But the benefits of using Google Spreadsheet is that it can be worked on simultaneously among our group members. In result, our group work will be much more easier. So the data we will be collecting is from two different classes. So one is from our first semester of the current SEM, which will be class DPM1S3, and the second class we chose will be from our fourth semester of the current SEM, which is DPM4S2. The second objective is to collect data from the two selected batch for our Google Spreadsheet through Google Forms. So Google Forms is a free online tool provided by Google which allows the innovators to create forms, surveys, and collect data, as well as to collaboratively edit and share the forms with the parties involved in the project. This way, it will be easier and faster to collect data compared to individually asking for their information. Last but not least, we aim to develop a configuration to store the students' portfolio data. The data we aim to collect are quiz, tests, assignments, and basic student information. So the reason we aim to collect these data is to focus on the ePortfolio of the Fsite, which will be the main use of this platform. It is important we configure this specific set of data first to ensure the remaining development plan runs smoothly. To justify our business proposal, I would like to present a few points. First is the Education 4.0. For universities and colleges to produce successful graduates, it is a must to catch up in the Education 4.0 sector. We must prepare the students for a world where these cyber-physical programs are prevalent in all industries, which means educating the students about the technology as part of the curriculum or transforming the learning process and more. Other than that, the purpose of developing this application is to help the students and their academic supervisors understand the students themselves with the easy access of an application filled with the students' relevant information. When lecturers use students' data to guide their decisions and programs, they can respond to problems more effectively, develop new teaching methods to accommodate the students' needs, and more. So for the scope of our project, I will pass it on to Angelina.
This report proposal will be exploring the theme of innovation data collection is using Google Spreadsheet and Google Forms of Polytechnic Kuching, Sarawak in the future. It is much easier for students to store their basic student information and quizzes, tests, and assignments. This main scope innovation focus for students of Polytechnic Kuching Sarawak. This innovation is a quantitative data which only collects numbers of students, while in this semester, our project will be only collecting from classes DPM4B and DPM1C because of the time limit. It is also has weakness which are the application of Fsite can be accessed by anyone, and it will happen when the other student access the other student data by using their code and password. Other than that, the information may be out of date and inapplicable because the process of evaluating documents and records can be time consuming. This innovation has its own limit, which is only 14 weeks according to the limit. This is because the innovators have a time limit of 14 weeks, which is only enough time for innovators to focus in this app on students and only for 2 classes. It is also because lack of advanced programming knowledge to widen scope of focus. In generally, these are the reasons why the innovation has its own limit. In this video, I will be present about situational analysis of this project. So the first one is strength. The strength of this application is that it can make it easier for students to access their data and for the lecturers to key in student data in the application. It can be used on any kind of gadgets such as mobile phone, laptops, or personal computers. Other than that, their data will be collected and placed in one place, which is in this application. It is much useful for the student because whenever the student lost their paper of quiz, test, and assignment, they still can find it on this application. The second of situational analysis of this project is the weaknesses. This application has weaknesses which it can be accessed by anyone. For example, other student can access the other student data by using their code or password. Not only that, this application also needs data and line connections that's strong to access the application. And if the student have internet problem or poor line connection, it is hard for the student to check their data in this application. And the third one is opportunities. When this platform is fully developed, it can be used by all the departments of Polytechnic Kuching Sarawak. Also, this platform has an opportunity to be used by other colleges or universities across all Malaysia. So, the last one is threat. In this application, it is not only has weaknesses but also a threat because it can be hacked by outsiders. Besides that, this application also can be imitated by irresponsible people out there, and all the data in this can be stolen by irresponsible people too. Not only that, but the outsider also can sell our project without our knowledge. And generally, it can be copied by outsiders or any people. Before we end our presentation, we want to show and present our truly constructed Gantt chart according to the Takwin for this semester business project. And that's all from our group, and we hope after this presentation, the proposal will be approved based on what we have presented just now. And last but not least, I would like to thank Madam Magdalyne for your cooperation in being a panel for this group. And we are open for feedback, and Madam can contact us through Telegram and WhatsApp.